So today we get a first look at a chef hero. What's up, guys? Barry Game here, back with some more Idle Heroes news for November 17, 2025. Yes, we have the preview of the Thanksgiving chef hero. Yeah, it does look like it is going to be, actually, you know what, based on the background, I think this is a shadow hero, which is a little weird. I almost would have thought it would have been a fortress hero, but we got some stuff to talk about, the background, the design, and then probably tomorrow we'll have a first look at her skills, which I'm kind of intrigued to see. Every time a new regular hero comes around, are they better than Eloise? Does this make a brand new route for new players? And is she just good? So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Let's talk about this new hero, Madeleine. Madeleine? Don't know which way to say it. So here we go, we got some artwork here, and like I said, it is the necropolis shadowy type background, so it does seem like this is potentially a shadow hero named Madeleine. Usually when it's E-I-N-E, it's not Madeline, it's Madeleine, so we'll just go with Madeleine. The design is based off the idea of culinary heritage and adventurous journey. Her long pink braids, well, at least not in this base form, they're not pink, highlight her young vigor, while the combination of a chef's cap and a crown emphasize her identity as a successor from a great master chef. Her clothing combines conventional chef dress, white sleeves and an apron, and adventure gear, corset, and protective boots. Okay, sure. The blue and white color palette accented with golden patterns shows both the professionalism of her culinary pedigree and the pragmatism necessary for her travels. So yeah, sure. I don't understand the fact that adventure gear means corset and battle boots, or protective boots. We'll take their word for it. The kitchen knife, which looks like is her weapon here, a chef's important equipment, more like a giant cleaver, but serves not just for cooking, but also as a weapon when needed. We created a huge, exaggerated kitchen knife for her, representing her personality as an adventurous chef who cooks 1,000 dishes and travels 10,000 miles. In her past, Madeleine made a link with a food spirit in her infancy, resulting in a fluffy and charming companion, even helping her with her stir frying. This adorable yet diligent spirit personifies its heartwarming quality, bringing a strong emotional resonance to this character. So you can kind of see it in the artwork here. It's kind of like a little cat, I think. I'm guessing it's like a banana or something. I don't know. We need to get better images of this, but as far as what she looks like and everything, cool. It didn't really go much into what this means for us though, but I do have something from the WeChat that we can take a look a little bit more detail. So this first section here is basically more or less the backstory, whereas before, there's a lot more information on WeChat for you guys ever want to know, but it says cooking 10,000 dishes and traveling to 10,000 cities. I understand the principles, but how can I make the dishes taste better? In the City of Light, which is weird because this is not whatever. There lived a legendary chef, Bao. Because his sons had no interest in cooking, he passed on his life's work to his granddaughter, which is Madeleine here, upon his death. She'd been interested in cooking since childhood and sometimes gave good luck or had good luck when creating food. When she went into the forest to gather ingredients, she always stumbled upon precious ingredients. Even since childhood, she would get lost and it would lead her to some crazy cool food. After officially taking over for her grandfather's cooking skills, Madeleine began her exhibiting strange behavior. Although she was proficient in many different various cooking methods and recipes, her dishes looked perfectly presentable and the taste was always a little odd. This led her family to speculate whether Madeleine had committed some misdeed or incurred a curse, and her father was advised to make her give up being a chef. Madeleine felt very indignant. Why did the food she made according to the recipe just not taste quite right? Remembering her grandfather's word, cook 10,000 dishes, then travel 10,000 miles. So she decided to take her grandfather's cleaver and travel around the world. Now, a lot of this design stuff is pretty much what we already talked about in the English version, where they basically just said they're combining the background stories of a culinary heritage and an adventure heritage with different props, costumes, and items. The cool thing with this one, though, is we actually get to see that indeed pink pigtail type look. Oh, it's tossing rice. That makes so much sense. scents with different ingredients like mushrooms and like green onions and stuff. This one is like shrimp almost, and that one has like tomatoes. I don't know. And yeah, it almost looks like a cat here, but very floppy ears. Maybe a dog? Is your companion a dog? I actually don't know. Either way, it looks pretty cool. And it's the first time they've shown us on one of these previews all 3 of the arts for this hero, which is pretty cool. Now the question is, what is this hero actually going to be? Because again, everything in all these different images we've shown, they're like the shadowy, I mean, it's got to be shadow, right? Like we got skull, crossbones, bones. It's got to be a shadow hero. It looks like it would be a fortress hero, but I don't think it is. So if you come on over to the roster, we can kind of maybe guess what this hero is going to be. My first instinct, just by thinking of Chef though, like literally the first thing I thought is, oh, this is probably going to be another priest hero, because last time we had a shadow priest was Annabelle. Since then, we've had Azrael as an assassin, Betty as a mage, Norton Hague as a warrior, and most recently Basilisk as a ranger. It does feel like we had Basilisk just like a couple months ago though. Finn has been further out. I don't know, because again, if we take a look even at Fortress though, like assassin, warrior, mage, assassin. Oh my gosh, I did not realize how many freaking assassins we got in a row almost in the Fortress faction. That's kind of crazy to think. I think we are most likely going to see, because but it just feels so weird. Like we just got another shadow hero. Literally just got one with Basilisk. Before that, we had what? Ignatia. So we had what? Ignatia was the Abyss hero. Hespera, Sylvie, Finn. I mean, Finn. Even then, like we're kind of due for like a light and dark hero almost. But again, that might come with, I'm guessing, Chinese New Year, and it's to the point where I don't think they really care with any type of rotation of balancing heroes. In the old days, when we used to look at it, we're like, oh, we should be getting either a fortress or a shadow hero because we haven't had one just yet. It almost seems like that's going completely out the window, and based on what we've seen with like certain factions, they don't even rotate what the classes are really anymore. 3 assassins in that short amount of time. Honestly, Shadow's one of the few that does seem to be on a good rotation here. If we take a look at Abyss, mage, ranger, warrior, priest, assassin. Actually, you know what? Abyss is in a good spot too. We got warrior, priest, assassin, ranger, warrior, mage. They're pretty good here. Like it's decent. And then when we talk about like Vespera and stuff, priest, mage, ranger, priest, mage, yeah, they're not doing a good job as far as that faction. Warrior, assassin, ranger, warrior, mage, priest, not too bad for light. It's really just the fortress faction that's really messed up, but it just feels weird because we literally just got a shadow hero. Granted, that might have been the end of a whole rotation of heroes, because you know they like to put out one of each faction, it seems like, before releasing them again. It might have been that we just ended on shadow and we're going to start on shadow again. That could very well be a possibility. My money is on Shadow Priest. I'd love to know what you guys think in the comments down below. And if it is a priest, most likely not a very good early game hero. Most priests really aren't. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Let me know what you guys think. Maybe it turns into an amazing Transcendence hero at Christmas. We'll have to wait and see. But remember, next week is Thanksgiving. Stay tuned for Thursday. We're going to give you guys the breakdown of the events coming up and let you guys know, should you have spent gems this week or just save them. See you guys next time.